Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series, woohoo, of Mass Effect. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today in the first episode that I record after the announcement of Mass Effect. I don't actually know what it is. Somebody told me in the comments I had seen headlines already. I actually saw more tweets being excited about it than actually headlines, but I did see some headlines. There's a new Mass Effect announced, and by the time you watch this video, not because you're watching this only when it comes out, but because you might be watching it long after it comes out, maybe Mass Effect LE is already out, or maybe BioWare has already been killed by Electronic Arts, which is the thing that might happen. So what are we doing? let's not talk about bad things, shall we? Namely Electronic Arts. Let's. This game was actually, this game was already released under the wing of Electronic Arts. I think not developed or conceived under the wing of Electronic Arts, but released. Might be wrong on that. I don't know. I know the second one. I know the second Mass Effect had a lot of Electronic Arts things. I don't know. Look at all the birdies. That is the planet, the main planet, and that is the sun. That's really cool. That's really cool. I'm not really sure if that makes sense though. Oh, I know what it. I know what it is. So the reason why the sun looks like that is the camera lens. Well, obviously the game doesn't have a camera lens, but it's an artistic rendition of why it would look like that in a planet like this. People, or humans anyway, living in a planet like this wouldn't see the sun like that. And in fact, the Earth looks, or the sun on Earth looks like that when seen through the IMAX cameras. I believe is the let's not kill all the beasties. I believe is the name of the camera that that they used in space. And is it? I don't. I'm actually not sure, because it's, it's all relics and things. Why do we think that it looks like that? Well, because some movies were it probably what's that, Journey Through the Galaxy? That's not what it is. What was it? Guide to the Galaxy. That's the one. There's the name of the person at the beginning. I'm very well versed in all the things. Don't question me. I watch a lot of movies. I don't. As it's probably obvious. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Is that the one? That's not a name of a person, is it? Hitchhiker? Although it could be. Either way, I always thought it was. The point is, because it's the guide. Yeah. The point is, maybe that movie was filmed with IMAX cameras, and it creates the sort of special lens flare, and maybe that's where it comes from. I don't know. Some people are very, very well versed in all this sort of stuff, and sometimes you'll be watching a video on YouTube about something completely unrelated, and somebody will drop a line about how this or that is related to like this, the history of cinema and all that, and you're like, ooh, that's the bit of insight and bit of knowledge that I could ramble about in a Let's Play episode of mine. Let's not murder the vehicle too fast. But I don't know enough. I know about some things, though. I could ramble about other things, but not cinema, unfortunately. I mean, unfortunately for all of us right now, but you especially because you're here. This is all influenced by cinema, is what I mean to say. And especially in the interior shots, the camera lens, or the lens flare rather, which doesn't exist in video games. It has to be added manually, because there's no such thing as a lens in a video game. Although you could technically calculate it like that. You could do that through ray tracing and all that sort of stuff. Of course, it's very expensive to do in terms of performance, and you'd get a frame rate of 0.3 frames per second. But that's fine. The point is, it's added for stylistic purposes, and I don't think we are gonna find anything else in this planet. It's a bit of a barren planet on the west side. Yeah, there it is. Nothing else. We did it. Let's go back. Who was the person that we needed to talk to? You should make your report to Admiral Hackett. Okay, well, I guess that's it then. I think we just need to...
Message coming in.
There it is.
Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander.
It's unfortunate Dr. Wayne ended up dead, but based on your report, your actions were understandable. Corporal Toombs seems to have found some closure. Hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. Thank you again for your assistance, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Well, there we go. Another mission completed. So, we are not landing there. It looks like a place with things, and it isn't. And we need to go to Herschel, if I'm not mistaken, for the other mission. Unless I am mistaken. This place looks good. Yes, I am not mistaken. It is Herschel. Names. I'm sure it's the name of a person, and I just, you know, again, I'm not well versed on things. People do comment on the videos about. Ooh, look at that. Rocky asteroid. Huh. Survey. Just some platinum. Okay. Really? Well, I got lucky, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't like finding things that I don't expect to find. Let's see. Klugon over here is a hydrogen helium terrestrial planet of terrestrial nature and things. It's not terrestrial. I don't think they call it a massive terrestrial. Yeah, I think it's just, you know, it's got a core or something, or, you know, you can put your boots down. You can also put your boots down on a helium gas giant. It's just that the boots are gonna be flown away from you because it's just so tough. You know, it's gas, but it is under extreme pressures, and yeah, it's about as solid. No, it's actually worse than Earth. It's gonna rip you apart because of the speeds, and yeah, it's Jupiter. I think 63 pressure. So yeah, yeah. So the Fidel is a Kowloon-class modular conveyor of human design. In addition to the standard cargo bay, the hull has several biological research modules attached. And this is registered to to a private owner, not to a person called owner, who's a private, Dr. R. Hart. And we're gonna board it, which might seem to be a little bit rude, but it isn't. It's good. It's good. So we have a journal update over here. Ah, freaking hell! I forgot this was Garrus's thing. You've boarded the MSF. Can I not be here? Is it okay? I think it is. This is, yeah. Let me out. Yes, return to the Normandy, please. I think. Good. It's kind of interesting that we're spawned over here. I believe you shouldn't. Oh, there it is. I believe you shouldn't because we should spawn on the door. But for ease of usage, that's good. Garrus, did I use you recently? We got 5 points over here, so I'll get more tactical armor. Fitness unlocked. Oh, that's the fitness thing. Health increase. Yes, fine, whatever. And Garrus does need a good level up. 16 points there. And we're good to go. That also means that Garrus will need a new weapon. I think I might have sold all of his weapons, though. So he likes everything except for a shotgun. No, that's not what I want. That's how there we go. He also might need some armor. Yeah. I think, yeah. So, it looks bland. I don't like it as much. But it's the best one, so we're going to go with it. Assault rifle. You are going to need one. There we go. Shotgun, you don't like it, so shut up. Let's see. Let's go with this. And hopefully he decides to use whichever one he likes best. I don't know if it's going to matter or not, but off we go. There's enemies in here, so we're going to be doing the shooty shoots. Do you recognize this level? Because I recognize this level. It's the same level as that one where they kept saying, "You will die," or something. Except these things are different. Hi. It's test subject. Looks like Salen is doing more than cloning organs. No, those organs seem pretty cloned. Okay, we're good. Get out of my way. I think that's a shotgun being fired. Hi. Okay, this is going well. I'm not sure why it's going well. In the sense that I don't know why they're not coming at me. They're not very well cloned, are they? There we go. Must not forget that these guys go down with a single... Oh, that's bad news. I go down as well. With a single that... Kill it, kill it. Okay, Tally, get back up.
I'm better now.
You're really better. Okay. Oh, right. I think we're safe for the moment. We're a little bit on the injured side of things. Can't use my my healing kit, and I will want to use it before the next room. I also want to look around, make sure there's no containers, so that I can get all of the loot that I have no need for. That's a falsehood. I keep saying that. I keep saying that I don't need it, but I do need it. We just used it, like, to upgrade Garrus, and I think that went relatively well. I mean, I did goof up. There we go. Oh, Tally's not. Yeah, she's still green. I did goof up by letting them approach me, but, you know, I can't be perfect at everything. Okay, so where are we? Oh, we gotta wait, there's a... That door doesn't open. It's on the map, but it doesn't open. I wonder if we're gonna be able to open it through other things. It doesn't look like that's the case here.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy! Please, don't let him do this to me.
Put him out of his misery so we can get going.
Gladly. Your days of butchering are over, Doctor.
No! Please! Please!
Oh, he's alive. Well, okay. I thought...
That was...
Oh.
satisfying.
Yes.
Good. Remember that feeling. That's how it should be.
I will, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
Salen's medical equipment is stained with the blood of many species. Pale blue, violet, orange, and more than a few dark red. But his work has ended here. Time to head back to Normandy. Shouldn't it be to the Normandy? Feel free to let me know in the comments about whether it should be to the Normandy rather than to Normandy. I don't know. It really... Either way, we got a bunch of level 7 equipment, which I'm sure is just as good as my level 6, because that's how it works. Average decryption over here. Let's see what we have in store for us. There we go. We have more level 8 assault rifles and whatnot. Okay, so we're... Yeah, apparently I was wrong. Or maybe I misunderstood what was told to me. Oh, this is gonna require Omni-Gel. I had to give it a shot. It's fine. Yeah. So I thought that there were only 7 levels. Or maybe somebody told me that there's more levels because there's New Game Plus and you continue with the same level or something. In the normal game you only get to see... or normally you only get to see level 7. So I'm using a very low level armor, but it's still better. This one is still better than later ones. This one is level 6, and then the rest of the stuff doesn't matter. Garrus, you're good, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, so and she's using level 1. Very sorry. There we go. Oh, that's more like her original suit, I think. Because I'm seeing the blue. Although, yeah, no, it isn't. It's just... Yeah, I don't know. It's good. This is probably her original suit for all I know. We're good. Let's see. Pistol. Do I have anything new? Yeah, because I'm using this amazing one that I bought, apparently. So that's good enough. And for... Yeah, I'm not really using grenades. I probably should be. Highly explosive, incendiary. It's probably... Oh, maximum accuracy. Cryo-explosive reduces maximum accuracy of the enemy. And we're going to equip that. Sniper rifle. Ooh, look at that. It's a bad thing that I'm not very well versed in sniper rifle thing. What I'm looking for is this stuff though, because tech cooldown bonus is where it's at. Really, the shield bonus is not really that much, unless that's a percentage. In which case, it's still not that much. 25%. Like it's just not that much. Med recharge bonus though, I like that. Yeah, but we're not going anywhere with that, so we're good. Let's move out, and I think let's move out. I'm saying that as if we're at the exit, but we're not. I'm engaging doubts, engaging with doubts that I might have explored all the areas or all the little nooks and crannies around here, but we're not gonna go back. We might have been able to press N there to go back to the Normandy. Now we need to talk to Garrus. I think. We definitely need to go back to this. Oh, freaking hell. I always get turned around. We might need to go back to the Citadel. I mean, I imagine we will. There's a lot of things there that we need to do. But since we did Garrus's quests... It's Caden. There we go. Since we did Garrus's quest, we're definitely going to need to talk to him. And the other quests didn't matter. The other quests were just quests that I got because I came in here, I think. Yeah, I think I'm right there. Hey, Garrus. Hey, the other dude that sells weapons.
Commander, I wanted to thank you.
What for, Garrus?
For everything. Taking me with you. I've thought about what you said. About eliminating the threat immediately, regardless of the cost. You were right.
I didn't say that.
You were right about Dr. Salian, too. Killing him was the only solution. This way, we'll know he'll never hurt anyone again.
I thought he was repeating the thing that he said before. His line was very similar to what he had said before.
I'm glad you see it that way. Keep that in mind when we meet Saren.
Don't worry, Commander. I will.
Yeah. His quest line is bollocks. So he's written as the cop who doesn't care for the procedures and for what's the word? Protocols. That's the word. And it just does his job. And I said what I had to say about that. That's no, that's bad. That's not how it works, because your job is to follow the procedures. It isn't to achieve the results. The results are achieved through the system rather than through the individual cops. So yeah, it's just bad on multiple accounts, not just because you're not trying to follow the procedures. But in his case, I was actually gonna say that, and I sort of forgot. That dialogue that we had, or it's not really the dialogue, the dialogue option that I chose, which I thought was badass and cool, you know, the one, just finish him and all that. That's cool. It's fun. The renegade options are, renegade dialogue options are fun, but the game doesn't need to set, or not just this game, no game needs to set up the dichotomy. Certainly not the dichotomy, but the game doesn't need to set up that particular encounter in that way for us to have a badass, cool line of just being, oh yeah, murder. We can have that badass, cool line, even if the game tells us exactly if Dr. Saren or something, or whatever his name was indeed responsible for the cloning and all this sort of stuff. Because the way that quest was designed was so that we either chose to be reckless reckless, maybe reckless is not the word, because in this case it's kind of different. Either we chose to, you know, justice by our own hands sort of situation, which, let's put a pin on that so I can ramble about that in a little bit. But it's a choice between justice by our own hands without actually hearing what the bad guy has to say, or we give it the proper, give the bad guy the chance to explain themselves and maybe send them to prison instead, and let the justice system or whatever deal with him, or maybe even forgive him because Garrus is not 100% certain and all that. Now, that badass line is the reward that we have for choosing the reckless option, for lack of a better term. Renegade option in this case. That badass line is the reward. But that badass line can exist if the doctor were written to be like, oh yeah, I'm really not cloning. I wasn't doing cloning. And Garrus, aha, you were. Look at this thing that I have over here that proves it was you. And it was like, oh no, you're lying. And then your character looks at the thing that Garrus has, and you're like, no, he's not lying. Yeah, you are indeed cloning. And no, and you're like, finish him. You know what I mean? You don't need to set it up like that to have a rewarding badass line from your RPG character. But obviously, the game wants to do that because that's the theme of the dichotomy between Paragon and Renegade, and more importantly, that's the way Garrus is written. And now I think that's dumb, mostly because it misunderstands, which is not necessarily uncommon, but it misunderstands the role of police and his past as a police officer in society, and certainly in this one. But it also it's just sort of like the moral of the story is bad, because you could, like, it's obviously bad, because he said, oh, I was thinking about what you said about, you know, eliminating the threat at any cost. It's obviously bad because that's not what I said at all. There was no line where I said that, unless I'm like really drawing a blank. But even if I did, even if I had said that, that's not what I did. What I did is I trusted one of my companions. So, you know, writing stories is it's kind of complicated. Well, it's complicated in a way that is often goes unnoticed. It's not writing story. RPG stories specifically, because the RPG writing is very moralistic in its computer role-playing games in particular. I'm not talking about tabletop role-playing games. I'm talking about computer role-playing games. Writing for computer role-playing games is very moralistic, no matter what you do, because you're always thinking of what your character wants to do. So you as a player are thinking that, but the writer of the game is also thinking that. And so whatever your choice in a dialogue, it is related to a moral, to whatever moral compass your character has. And that's why it's so popular to have moral compasses in tabletop role-playing game rule sets, just because it allows you to have a character that is more or less grounded on a certain type of person, or personality, I should say. And so you can roleplay a little bit better if you know more or less, even if in a simplified way, you know more or less what they're about. And of course, there's different systems that do different things. Fate, for example, uses a very different moral compass, I suppose. It's not really a compass at all, but a moral system. But my point is that the same thing, the same action, can be interpreted in multiple ways, and the same action can be taken depending, or the same action can be taken by people with different moralities. And that action over there that Garrus took, and more importantly, the choice that I made as Garrus's boss, basically, was very much informed by his own morality. And the moral of the story there was definitely not the one, or I shouldn't say it like that. The moral of the story doesn't have to be the moral that the writers sort of imprinted into the writing, and it's sort of a failing as a of his storyline here in particular. It's not sort of a failure. It's definitely a failure of RPG writing, because that's not that. You should do precisely the opposite. You should allow your character to have different moralities, even though their actions are the same. And in this case, it's sort of the opposite. Is you choose that action, and your moral, the moral comes through because of your action, which is not necessarily uncommon in RPG writing, but it's definitely a failing of his quest, and I don't think it led anywhere. that was a very, very, yeah, quest. Anyway, Garrus is done, I think, and we need to go. Oh, actually, I shouldn't. I don't know where we need to go. Not be here. That's where we need to go. But we need to look at our journal and see what we have apart from the main quests. We don't do main quests. What do you think I am? We do need to go talk to Citadel. Well, let's actually look. So we got Citadel. That doesn't matter. What is that? Marcella has hired you to rescue her sister Dahlia from a mercenary. Wait, this matters. Citadel, yes. Okay, and then this one is taking over the Alliance. Head to Sol. Oh, wait a minute. We can go to Sol. I was right. Was I right? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to Sol. That's our Earth. And it's in a local cluster. It's called Local Cluster. That's a cutesy little name. And we need to go to Earth's moon. I wonder what they called it. Because it should be Terra and Luna. Maybe. Potentially. Anyway, we're off. I don't know what we're doing there in that mission, but you could read it in the quest description there, I'm sure, but I didn't because I forgot about it and I probably shouldn't have. So, Vermeer. Yeah, right. It says Vermeer, but it isn't. It isn't Vermeer. It's Sentry Omega. No, Vermeer is just one of the systems inside. So we're going to the local cluster. I could swear it was one of the first ones. Sol, right there. I don't think that we're here. Or that we have ever been there, I mean. But we're out of time for today. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Mass Effect. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.